Alright, so I just got watching Argylle. This is the new film from Matthew Vaughn, the new spy action flick with Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, and so much more. And even with this film, which I kind of enjoy, but there are a few flaws, and this will be my official review for the film. Obviously, no spoilers. And even going in this movie, and even coming from Matthew Vaughn, the director of the Kingsman franchise, like Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class, and even so much more. And even going in this film, and as we know him from his work, I like this movie. I thought it was a solid like spy action flick, and it was predictable, but I enjoyed for what it offered. And now, with the simple premise of this movie is with Ellen Conway, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, is the author of like a spy novel about an agent Argylle who is Henry Cavill's character, and even like throughout her journey as a novelist, and it can like predict and a fortune tell like real life events that are happening as she is writing the book. And even as you see all this stuff unwind, it's sort of interesting. And plus, even with the addition of Sam Rockwell, like who is there with her like most of the time, and even with their chemistry, that is on screen, it kind of works well. And even with the addition of the cat that's mostly involved through most of the marketing. But I got to admire Henry Cavill and Dua Lipa in this movie, especially with the dance scene, which I really admire. But even for how it unfolds in this spy action flick, it is really enjoyable. Even with Henry Cavill, who plays Argylle in Agent Argylle, I really enjoyed his character, and I really liked like to see him in like a spy action flick after we've seen him as Superman in DC, and now to being like so sort of an agent in a Matthew Vaughn spy movie. I kind of feel like this was a fun time to enjoy him on screen, and plus I really liked what he did. I liked what he brought, and even with the addition of John Cena, which I really enjoyed from him. He's been in so many great action movies, and even with him being in this movie, it was a sort of nice. And even with Catherine O'Hara and Bryan Cranston, and plus this has a stat cast, if you know what I mean. Like when you've seen the marketing, and even with the cast that's so great, and even with the times that this movie is so predictable with the plot holes, and even with the twists and how everything unfolds. And now I want to dive into the flaws that I have. I mean, and don't worry, there won't be any spoilers. But even without everything unfolds and how it is revealed with the big twist, it's sort of predictable, and like it's sort of like revealed in a way that is sort of like not like expecting, or like some people have. And but even when I gotta talk about like Samuel L. Jackson, like that is in this movie. Like I mean, he did a good job, but even without everything, it is resolved. It's sort of like in that like a way that's sort of cheesy, and even in like a way that I did not expect it. Plus, this was a very long movie. I feel like they could have cut like some parts shorter, but even with the rest of the events, especially for how it unfolds, especially near towards the end of the movie, it kind of left my head scratching, and like it was sort of like a cheesy, and it was just like a sort of good, but it was not like the best flick. And even with Bryce Dallas Howard's character, who is the novelist, I admire her character, especially as she is writing a book about like the events that are unfolded in real life, especially about Argyle, and this definitely brought on some big stuff that happens throughout the movie, and with the chemistry like with like Sam Rockwell's character, and they both have, it's really good. And the adventures that they go on, it's sort of going from location to location, and it's just a fun time. Even with the highlights that I want to point out here is that it's basically the action scenes, and we all seen Matthew Vaughn's work and his spy movies really incorporate all of those action scenes, and that's what exactly goes down in this movie. You get a ton of action, and like I don't expect more than that. But just going into this movie completely blind, and like I feel like this won't be a big win at the box office. I feel like this is one of those like spy action flicks I should definitely do on a date night. But even with this spy flick, I thought it was solid. I thought it was decent, but not like the best overall. But I definitely enjoyed it. But there are flaws and issues that I had, but I found it very good. And like, even towards the end of the film, and how it all resolves, it's sort of interesting in like a way that I feel like it kind of like sets up the next movie. It puts like there is a post credit scene which you should definitely stay for. It teases like, especially for what's next. I feel like there could be a sequel after this, and depends on how it does at the box office. But I feel like there's definitely going to be a sequel, especially after that post credit scene, and like it definitely has connections to some work and some films. But even with the entire movie of Argylle, and even with the twist that unfolds of who the real agent is, and I think some people will be surprised, and or like some people like will not be surprised by. But anyways, it was a good movie. And so, for my final thoughts, that I enjoyed Argylle. I liked the stat cast of what they brought to their roles, and I really enjoyed all the action scenes and all the twists and everything that it brought. And I think Matthew Vaughn like crushed it with this movie, and I thought it was a good movie, and I applaud him for that. And I enjoyed this one. I thought it was really good, and I recommend it to you guys if you're going to watch it this weekend. If you're into what is a spy action flicks, I definitely recommend it. And so yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. And so that's going to be it for this video. Just let me know what you guys thoughts in the comments down below. And if you got around to watching Argylle, let me know what you thought of the movie, and give me a rating to 1 out of 10, and just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications about future videos. And also follow my social media link down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.